Prayer is such a common part of humanity, and yet rarely is it investigated all the way to its depth. What is prayer? One way to look at it is that prayer contains three elements. Who is praying? Who or what are they praying to? What are they praying for? What is the spirit behind their prayer? And there are also 4 levels of prayer. One layer of prayer is supplication. This is where you're presumably asking God for something. This can take many forms. It can take the form of a possession, or healing a sickness, or helping a loved one. It can even take the form of asking God to help your sports team win on a given day. A second level of prayer, which is a higher form of prayer, simply takes the form of thanks. It's thanking this God for things. Again, it can take many different forms. Thanking God for your life, thanking God for your loved ones, thanking God for your health, for having money in your pocket and food on the table. And a third form, which is higher than the first two, is simply gratitude. This is slightly distinct from thanks. It's not so much you're grateful for something, you're just grateful. And this is where the book, The Cloud of Unknowing, distinguishes between 2 levels of spiritual activity. And in this case, we could say of prayer. And one level is what's called active, and the other level is what's called contemplative. And the first 2 levels of prayer are really active prayer, either asking for something or being thankful for something. But with this third level of prayer of gratitude, now this becomes more contemplative. It's simply gratitude. And there's a 4th level of prayer beyond even gratitude, even more contemplative. And this level of prayer, as described in the Cloud of Unknowing, is simply reverent affection for God as He is. Simply being appreciative, not for what is called God's good works, but for God as He or what that is. And in this sense, it also implies understanding and having reverent affection for what one is, oneself, in one's own being, as you are. Reverent affection for you, your own being, your internal being, the silence of your being, as you are, and in relation to this infinite, absolute consciousness, which is given this very simplistic term, God. Having reverent appreciation simply for what it is, without asking for anything, without actually expressing thanks for anything, and without sending some kind of signal of gratitude. Or now you are disappearing completely, and it's all about God, and it's all about this reverent affection, and you're now melting into the infinite. You're merging into the infinite consciousness of the absolute awareness behind the entire universe. And this is not thought. The mind can only think God. And it's not emotional feeling, because the emotional mind can only feel. It can only send out an emanation of feeling, of gratitude, of appreciation. This is rather the conscious realization of all existence, and of the source behind all existence.